Tonight, from Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. As we'll see Kenny Pickett and the Pittsburgh Steelers versus Baker Mayfield and the Seattle Seahawks.
At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium.
Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you, and I'll tell you, still scoreless here in the first, but a third down situation forthcoming. Let's get into the action. Complete to Lockett. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So he turned to it. Still nothing here in quarter one, but an early test to check in on as we've got a third down situation looming. Third and short yardage, Mayfield. He hits his target, Lockett. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want it to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a first and goal.
Mayfield looks to throw. Rolling to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week one, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Calvin Ridley, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's...
Time for this defense to try and stiffen as they'll try here to defend a 1st and 10 situation at their own 17-yard line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard. Maybe a touch less. Here's Pickett.
This is caught.
And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some...
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris.
A 3-yard touchdown. So here's the situation upcoming. 2nd quarter, 3rd down, and this defense just trying to force the field goal attempt. Now Mayfield. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Ball in the red zone here. Defense in a pretty tough situation. 2nd and 2.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
They'll try for the 1st with Walker.
And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's Walker.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Ken Walker.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks have taken the lead. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many...
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now the question, what do you do here? Time, not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And some room to roam now. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
82 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Okay, every now and then my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You've got them backed up, and you let them out.
Couldn't take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
A big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this third down stop in the third quarter? Hand off to Thompson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets... They'll look to run with Dallas. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. DJ Dallas, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center.
So the situation, it's third down in the third quarter, and this defense just trying to get the ball back to their offense to get back in this contest. On third and short, Drake. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So this offense, they've made their way into the red zone now. They've got it a couple yards inside the 20 at the 18, first and 10.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
They give it here to Thompson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. Looking to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by Bass is good.
And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. This offense looking for 6 points. They are in the red zone as we'll get back into it here. 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Bo Melton
and touchdown.
And the Seahawks have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already.
Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the fourth quarter. Here we go on fourth down. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the fourth quarter. Here we go. It's Trubisky on fourth down. He sets to fire deep. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really...
Fourth quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When the offense reads blitz,
this offense has been lighting the scoreboard up. Now the question, can they add to their lead? We drop you in a red zone situation in the second half. Right back to Drake. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
and that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
T.J. Watt, the all-pro, in there to take him down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's got Mason complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Well, he was trying to make something happen there outside of the pocket, but ultimately what did happen was a loss of yardage.
Yeah, he held on to it for a long time, didn't he? As you talked about, trying to make something happen, hoping something would come open, but it didn't. Ends up shoveling it off, ends up going for negative play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Bo Melton
ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Seahawks have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking.
A field goal does them no good here as we drop you into this situation. Offense staying out there, and they are going on 4th down. 4th down, here's Trubisky. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had
to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.
Tonight, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans taking on Baker Mayfield and the Seattle Seahawks.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the Tennessee Titans. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit CD at week. Tough spot here for the defense. Let's see if they can step up. We drop in on a first down in the red zone. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans will claim the early lead as they're on the board. This defense already looking at a deficit on the scoreboard, but now what can they design here to disrupt this 3rd down play? To the air again, Tannehill. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll go out of bounds after taking. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett, finding room at midfield. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Mayfield now. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans will take over here as And now this offense is going for it on 4th down. Is the defense up to the challenge? Time to find out. And his kick is indeed good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. A 3rd down situation coming up in the 3rd quarter, and this defense hoping to turn that third down into fourth. Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will... Back to Walker on first down. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown. It's a third down situation in the fourth quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. They'll look to throw. Melton. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. We are in the red zone. Time to get you back to the action as this offense comes up on a 2nd and 2. On second down, it's Drake. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Drake is in. Touchdown, Seattle. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to. It's a third down situation in the fourth quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Young. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see... They'll run. It's Drake. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about... The offense is in the red zone. It's a 1st and 10 situation at the 15-yard line. Back to throw now on first down. Steps away to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll set up a throw. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And when you break it down, you know, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.